Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's journey. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and it's finally here. Today, we're diving into a thrilling sci-fi tale with an unforgettable twist that will leave you questioning everything. By the end of this, you'll be wondering, is this happening in real life, or is it all just a simulation? So let's dive into the world of our story, where Earth has become uninhabitable and humans have no choice but to move to Mars. Our story begins on a familiar yet soon-to-be foreign planet, Earth. Over the years, pollution has skyrocketed, wars have torn countries apart, and the environment is on the brink of collapse. We're talking about a planet where human actions have irreparably damaged the very resources that once sustained life. The Earth is dying. Conflict is constant, resources are scarce, and Earth's inhabitants are teetering on the edge of extinction. In response to this, a new, radical solution arises. Humanity's only hope is to escape to Mars. But before that, scientific exploration is essential. We need to know if Mars can truly sustain life and if humans can survive on its surface. So, a crew is assembled and the spaceship is prepared. This is not a dream, this is a desperate mission to save humanity. The mission is led by Commander Alexa, with pilot Casey, engineer Ray, medical officer Catherine, and specialist Jerry. This small but mighty team is tasked with reaching Mars and determining if it's habitable for human life. As the crew prepares for the journey, they know the risks. They are leaving behind a world that may already be on the brink of destruction. The spaceship is equipped with the most advanced technology designed to ensure the crew's survival against cosmic radiation, the vacuum of space, and the deadly conditions on Mars. However, it's not just space that poses a threat. As the crew launches into the unknown, they soon receive alarming news from Earth. North Korea has initiated a nuclear attack on the United States. Cities like Los Angeles and Seattle are already devastated. The situation is dire and the crew's resolve is tested. Should they turn back? Should they abandon their mission to help Earth? But with Earth crumbling, the mission to Mars is their only chance for survival. As the crew grapples with the news of nuclear attacks, the mission takes on a new urgency. Despite the growing chaos on Earth, they must continue forward. The crew's personal struggles and emotions intensify as they realize that they may never see their families again. They're no longer just explorers, they're survivors. Commander Alexa faces an ethical dilemma. She knows that continuing the mission might mean abandoning Earth to its fate, but she also understands that the survival of humanity depends on their success. In these tense moments, the crew realizes that their mission to Mars is not just about exploration, it's about hope. The hope that Mars can become humanity's new home, a new frontier for civilization. But as they move further from Earth, they're confronted by the reality of their situation. With no direct communication from Earth, they must rely on their training, teamwork, and a thin thread of hope to carry them through. Now here's where things take a mind-bending twist. As the crew travels deeper into space, they begin to notice anomalies in their environment. They receive mysterious radio signals from Earth, and initially, they assume it's a communication breakthrough. But the content of the messages is unsettling. The signals suggest that the nuclear war on Earth is escalating out of control. Major cities have been wiped off the map, and millions of lives have been lost. For the crew, this news is devastating, but it's also a reminder of why their mission is critical. But then, a shocking discovery is made. Casey, the pilot, uncovers the truth. The entire mission, from the launch to the journey through space, has been a simulation. The crew was never actually in space. They were still on Earth the entire time, living in a simulated reality. This revelation sends shockwaves through the team, as they now realize that they've been pawns in a cosmic experiment conducted by extraterrestrial beings. The real Mars was never their destination. It was all part of a larger test to observe human behavior under extreme stress. As Casey uncovers the truth, the crew is forced to confront the reality that they are being watched by beings from another dimension, beings who have been observing humanity for eons. These extraterrestrials, known as the aliens, have created this simulation to understand how humanity would react to an apocalyptic scenario. The goal of the experiment? To determine whether humans are capable of evolving into a higher form of life, or if they will self-destruct, just as the aliens' previous experiments with other civilizations have shown. In this moment, the crew realizes that the aliens are not simply observing them, they are using them as a means to test humanity's potential for survival and evolution. The aliens' power to simulate entire realities and control the fate of civilizations places them in a position of godlike authority. But instead of destroying the crew for failing the test, the aliens offer them a chance to evolve. They are given an opportunity to become part of something greater, to evolve beyond the limitations of their current existence. So, what does all of this mean? Were the crew members ever truly in space? Were they ever on Mars? Were they even real? This raises the ultimate question. Is this entire story just a simulation? The answer is unclear. Perhaps it's a metaphor for the way humanity itself is being tested by forces beyond our control. The aliens, who have been watching humanity for millennia, may have created this simulation as a way to measure humanity's capacity for change, growth, and survival. As the crew moves towards their Mars landing, they are confronted by the eerie feeling that everything they've experienced has been manipulated by a higher power. And just as they land on Mars, they realize they are not just the first humans to step onto the planet, they may be the first humans to break free from the simulation. The question now is, what comes next? Will humanity rise to the occasion and evolve, or will they fall back into old patterns of destruction? And most importantly, are we all living in a simulation right now? Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. What an incredible story. But let me ask you, do you think this is happening in real life? Could we be part of an experiment run by an advanced civilization? It's a thought-provoking concept, and one that might just make you question everything you know about reality. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss this mind-bending concept further. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into another mind-blowing movie. Don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. I'll see you next time with even more stories that challenge everything we believe. Lots of love, guys!